Hello, this is Sheshachalam from Astroguide Mysore, and today we are studying a medical astrology chart. And this class is to understand a problem called as Leucoderma or Vitiligo. We all know that on with a normal name called as Swetha Kushta, that is white patches over the body. This normally happens because of losing strength of the immune system, the loss of the immune system, or let us say, not only because of the loss of the immune system, it is also because the melanin pigments which give us the native color. So, as an Indian, I am dark brown. So, or let me call myself a dark black, or whatever it is. This is Indian skin, and it varies from different region to region. But in every region, you have a particular skin type, and that color of the skin is given because of the melanin pigment which is in our top layer of the skin. And when the melanin pigment loses the color, it becomes colorless. So that means you will be able to see a white patch, or you might see several white patches on the body. And it depends on how the planetary placements are. If it is along with Rahu or Jupiter, the patches may suddenly go up and spread, sporadically. And this sporadic spread can also happen with other planets, fast moving planets like Venus getting involved. So this all depends on where the this particular thing happens. But let us go into the definition. Let us not get into too much of complication. Let us go into the definition. Here, the definition is that moon is to be in the ascendant, sun in the seventh house, Mars in the second house, and Saturn in the 12th house. So, if this is the position, this is the normal definition of this yoga, but it is not limited exactly only to this position. What if moon is along with the ascendant lord? Obviously, moon is the one which is very important to understand the health of skin. So that is why everybody keep telling, drink a lot of water, good ample water, so that your skin will breathe. Then sweat it out. If you do not sweat out, the pores will not become clean, and it will not breathe. So the health of the skin is, you drink water and you sweat it through your skin by walking, running, cycling, swimming. Do something physical activity outdoor, so your skin will be naturally good and smooth. So moon is the most important character or the planet in this particular yoga. Sun, because sun represents the strength. So vitamin D and vitamin D3, whatever. Nowadays, people have lost the strength because they early morning they get up, they don't go outside, have a bath and leave to office, and they will be coming back very late in the evening. So there is no interaction with sun. So sunlight is very important for skin. So skin has to be shown a little bit of sun. So this is very important for the circulation of blood. Mars is important for the circulation of blood, and Saturn is the negative planet here, which is also giving rise to a yoga in which you get all these types of long-term chronic diseases. So when you are having Mars on the right side and Saturn on the left side of moon, I have given you an example of Kanya Rashi. I usually would be giving Rishabh Rashi. People have told me, why only you take Rishabh Rashi, sir? Take something else. So I have given something else. So I have put the North Indian chart. So the sixth sign, 6. So you can see that moon is there in Kanya Rashi. Opposite to it, there is sun. Opposite to it, there is sun, that is in the 7th house. And we have Saturn and Mars. Saturn and Mars on either side of the moon. So in this position, this yoga manifests. That means there is a tendency of this particular native having a very sensitive skin. And that means he can, if he is not taking the right nourishment and not giving himself good, hydration, that is not drinking good ample water and not doing exercises or like going walking or sweating on a daily basis, he is having a tendency to get leucoderma, or what we call as vitiligo. You get it in blotches. This happens like the ink drop when it falls on the paper. That is what is called a blotch. So it comes as a splatter, as a blotch. There are two types of vitiligo. I have seen both the types in person, so I know that how it comes. One is called as symmetrical. The other one is called as asymmetrical. That means in symmetrical vitiligo, you will, if at all this, you get white patch here in this particular finger, in the index finger, you will exactly get the same white patch in this index finger, and you can match your hand and see you will have the same pattern. So the pattern will be like mirror patterns on either side. So this is called symmetrical, and in some cases we have seen that it might be in one place in the body and the other place it's not there at all. So there are two types of things, and if this is involved with, let me put another planet here to show you, and if it is involved with Jupiter here, or here, wherever. So Jupiter, if it is involved in the yoga, then the spread of this particular thing is sporadic. So if I tell you that if I put Rahu and Ketu here, this will become an extremely tough thing to control. So you need to see the Sarvashtaka Varga to understand whether the person has the strength to come out of it, and when the willpower is there, or can you put some effort so that that person can come out of it and stop it to a certain extent and not let it spread further. And if you see the Sarvashtaka Varga, so you need to have, let us say here it is 34 points in the ascendant, and the sixth house will have 26 points. So that is, if you have 34 points in this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have 26 points. That very clearly tells that the Lagna is dominating. It is having the strength to come out of this problem. So you give the motivation to this native, he will be able to come out of it and get cured. If it is the reverse, and if this is, if this is 23, and if this is around 32, that is the difficulty. That means the native has less confidence, less motivation, becomes lethargic, careless, is not that much bothered, and lets it simply grow and establish itself on the skin. And once it establishes to a certain extent, it is very difficult to go back. Saturn's role here is extremely important, and if Saturn has a strong role to play in the 12th house over the ascendant, then this particular problem will become chronic. Chronic in the sense that it will start somewhere at a particular age and it will be there for a long number of years. So the conjunction of the ascendant lord, the strength of the ascendant lord, and the placement of the ascendant lord is all very important in this yoga. Do not simply jump into conclusions that if this is there, then that will happen. So don't jump into conclusions. So let us see. I will be taking up some charts in which I will be giving you live case studies. Yesterday I have done a case study on multiple IVFs. I don't know. See the response. If you people give me a response in which you do not want to see lengthy videos in which deep, detailed discussion on case studies are done, how will I be motivated to even do those videos? I want your response on my detailed case studies. It is the real chart which had been put, and 25 minutes of detailed explanation has been done, and I am getting a very poor response. I don't know. Please comment if you need me to do some change. I have taken the comment of one person yesterday that she has very clearly mentioned that we need the North Indian chart, sir. So I have done that change immediately today, and let's see. I'll be putting North Indian and South Indian charts, side by side, and I'll be explaining both. So thank you very much.